Each week, we take a moment, sit down, and talk about things going on at the road in what we call the Road Detour.
Chad Breske. Did I say it right?
Yes, sir.
And we're going to start with some fun questions. We do this with everybody, right?
Yes, sir.
Favorite food?
Probably steak or Mexican food.
Steak or Mexican. So local restaurant that everybody could go to, you'd go, this is where I go to eat, man.
We like the Los Aztecas. They're right there by Walmart. We eat there quite a bit.
Mexican food.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Favorite rock song?
Oh, goodness.
Or favorite country song? Maybe that's an easier one. Are you a classical music guy?
No. You put me to sleep. I grew up kind of late 80s, early 90s, so probably any kind of old rock music in between there. I don't really have
A favorite?
a favorite.
Well, you listen to now on the radio. What's on your radio right now?
Either we usually have K-Love or one of the sports stock sports stations.
The animal of the franchise,
Yeah.
right? And we do take sponsorships if you are the animal or the franchise, right? If we're going to mention them.
Since it's good OU season, we go to the ref and listen.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. How long you been at this church, Chad?
I started coming in 2016.
2016. Yeah. Worked for OG&E.
Yes, sir.
Knew a lot of guys here who work with OG&E. And
sir.
who did somebody invite you to church? What got you to show up here first time?
Just felt like I needed to find me a church, to be honest with you. We were having some family issues and stuff, so I was like, well, you know what, I'll find me a church and I'll start working on myself and hopefully work on my family. And
Right.
so I went to like 3 or 4 different churches, and then I came here and I've been here ever since. I just felt comfortable, and this is where I wanted to be, and that's how I got here.
Very good. Very good. Well, you guys may have noticed some stuff a little different about Chad, and he wears that Gilligan hat, and we've tried to get him to not wear it, but no. No, you might have noticed that he's missing an arm completely on one side, and then he has his artificial limb on this side, and you can't see it, but there's a lot of damage on the side of his head. In 2021, you had a really bad accident.
Yes, sir.
Changed your life forever.
Yes, sir.
And we were talking before the camera started rolling. Don't remember anything about it. It just, how long were you in the hospital?
I was in there from June the 12th to probably at OU, probably till the end of July, September.
Month and a
then I
half.
went to Jim Thorpe for 3 weeks right after that.
So from June 12th to the end of July?
Oh, yeah, when I was at OU.
And then what? Another 3 weeks,
3
at,
weeks at Jim
rehab.
Thorpe.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Then went home. Big adjustment period.
Oh, yeah. Had to learn how to get up off the floor. You know, you use your arms and your hands a lot more than what you ever would think you would. And
Right.
I wasn't really strong my core wasn't strong enough to get up get up. And so people helping me get up and just really just not knowing how to live from this point on.
So this is why we invited Chad in. Don't want to talk so much about the accident. Anybody in the community is familiar with the accident that you had. I wanted to talk about what it's like to come back from it. I've told you on several occasions, but about 2 weeks ago at our men's group, I pulled you aside and I told you I don't know how you could have done any better than you did.
I appreciate it.
And watching you and really the lack of anger that you have and the peace that you have having come through what you had. So I want to unpack some of that with you a little bit, if that's okay.
Yes, sir.
So let's go back to rehab and those 3 weeks in rehab. How hard was it to start over kind of in life again?
Well, in the morning times I would get up and I'd have to go to physical therapy or occupational therapy and speech therapy because I lost my voice with being incubated, and then just having a little bit of memory problems here and there. So That was good. What I was doing when I was able to do stuff during the day, I kept my mind off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I was all done, I just was there by myself for a little bit. And that's all I had to do was think about the act or my
What you lost.
what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, the abilities and stuff. And listen, at any point, if you go, let's don't go there, you're fine.
you're fine.
Right? We turn that camera off, bud.
You're fine.
Okay.
You're good.
Okay. Because I do think, we don't get the chance to have honest conversation with people. And so what people do is they get uncomfortable.
Right.
And they don't ask. And, the more we know, the better we can relate.
Yes, sir.
And, you're a great guy. And people that don't know you need to get to know you. And so did you ever, at any point while you were still at Jim Thorpe, were you ready to give it up?
No,
Nope.
I can't say that I was.
Man, that is amazing, brother.
I really haven't wanted to give it up from the day that I woke up at OU when they told me what happened. Got 3 good kids I got to fight for and be there for them. And as far as I know, that's the only reason why I'm still going.
Well, I wouldn't say that's true. I wouldn't say that's true, brother, but that's amazing. And I think that's what I see in you is this, I don't even know what the word is. It's a strength, but it's bigger than the strength because it's not like you're fighting. It's like you get up and you do what has to be done, man.
Right. And I feel like if I let myself not be happy and just stay in that rut, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to survive. I'm going to wind up dead probably.
So speaking
keeps me going.
Speaking of not being happy, how many jokes do you have about your arm, your lack of arm? Because I know, man, you'll break them out.
I don't have. I just
whatever, huh?
Some pop off the top of my head sometimes.
Well, if you're around him, you're gonna hear one. I'll promise you, man. I promise you. He does. He has a great sense of humor.
Me. I mean,
yeah.
Most people are real shy about saying stuff about it or uncomfortable, I guess I should say. But when I throw something out there, and sometimes it's hard to believe it even comes out of my mouth. So
breaks the ice, though, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
It does. Jared Garrett, when he came in, that was a thing I think that, boy, it helped me understand a lot about just break the ice. Don't, and you're doing it. Instead of waiting for somebody else to do it, you're doing it.
Right.
And it's giving people the opportunity to engage with you and laugh with you and, not be afraid to say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing, just to be normal, man.
Yeah.
And appreciate that about
Figure
you.
if I could make fun of myself, I mean, don't mean come make fun of me, but
right.
I mean, if I can make fun of myself, then at least I'm no different than anybody else.
Yeah. The thing that we all have in common is humor. We all have in common pain, and we all have in common humor. We don't all have in common success because not everybody's successful. We don't all have in common winning. But we do have in common, if you're going to live, you're going to hurt.
You're right.
And if you can laugh, man, it sure changes things a lot.
Yeah, it changes your whole, gets you out of a deep spot and puts you on a more cheerful spot.
Yeah. So tell me now, 3 weeks at Jim Thorpe, how long before you got an artificial limb?
Was December, I think.
So during that time, somebody had to do most everything for you.
Yes, sir.
Did you have in-home care? Was it your family that did it?
Most of it was my family.
Okay.
I still had a lot of wound care to do, and
how many surgeries have you had?
Shoot, I can't even tell you. In the hospital, I don't even know. Probably 4 or 5 since I've been home.
Okay. So you get your first artificial limb. How was that? Tell me about that experience.
It was pretty frustrating at first, but I think that's part of what has made me be able to succeed in the things that I am doing, knowing that there are tools and, I don't have my hands, but I have something that's pretty close to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel like I'd probably be where I'm at without them.
So if you hadn't been around him, that dude will grab, he'll take that. What do you call that?
Well, it's called an ETD.
An ETD.
But most people just call them a hook, I guess.
He'll grab a cup of coffee, a paper cup of coffee,
Right.
with that thing and squeeze it just enough to hold it and not crush it. How strong is that thing?
This one's supposed to have 26 pounds of pressure, up to 26 pounds.
Okay. Yeah, you know, you come into church and shake hands and stuff, and man, first couple times I reach out and grab that thing, it's intimidating because it looks like it'll hurt you, man.
Nah, I won't hurt you.
And now coming down the road, you actually have a bionic hand that's coming.
Yes, I have one already.
You do have it already. Yeah. I don't know that I have seen that. When you gonna wear that to church, man?
Well, I'll wear it Wednesday when I come up here.
Okay. And do you like it better? Is it easier to use or harder to use?
I like it when I go to places because it's less conspicuous.
Yeah.
In a way, I mean, it does some of the same things. I'm able to eat with it and pick up cups with it and stuff, but I can do a lot more picking up things with my hook than I can with the hand because it say the pads of your fingers are real soft where you can pick up things. This one's kind of hard, so it's kind of hard to pick up small
Slicker,
things.
yeah.
And with this one, I can pick up smaller things, be more precise.
Tell our people how that thing works. So you can turn it, open it, close it.
Yeah, I can open it, close it, and it turns.
Spin it.
So with the I've got two sensors, one on top of my arm and the one on the bottom of my forearm. So when I make a tight muscle on the top, it rotates, and a light muscle, and the same thing on the bottom. It's hard. So just all muscle control.
And you've had numbers of surgeries on your side of your head where you had
Yes, sir.
Skin grafts and different things that were done to you. Brother, you're blessed to have not lost your life. And I know you are aware of that, and you are incredible for the journey you've had. So I want to move kind of into some spiritual stuff with you.
Okay.
Tell me what this did to your walk with God and your view of God, your relationship with Him.
Well, I felt like I had to do something because apparently I couldn't have done this all by myself.
Right.
And with guidance, God, and really the people that were around me that are more Christian-based people, and the support I get from all of them has really helped me. It's really helped me get into where I need to be with my family, get out of not really situations that I was in, but just help me move past the hurt and the anger. And
Those are big things, man.
yeah.
Those are really big things. So you're involved in our men's ministry here,
Yes, sir.
right? Do you have a small group you're in? One of our Connect groups?
Yes, sir.
Whose Connect group you in?
Kiefer's.
Okay, Steve Kiefer. Okay, and then you're at worship all the time.
Yes,
and
sir.
You send me regular emails telling me, man, good job, or messages on my Facebook thing, or if it's something
But something that hits me.
Yeah. So how do you do that? You go home, sit down at the keyboard. How are you typing that message out to me?
Most of the time it's on my phone. These are able to. I have an Android phone, which iPhones don't really do well on this, so I'm able to use it and just type with my phone, or
Okay.
on my keyboard, my little computer at home. I'm able to type and have a pen and stuff like that I can use.
So you're a hunter?
Yes, sir.
You sent me a video of you in the blind. Tell us about that. How does that work? How does a kid out there who's struggling through some of this stuff, how do they get involved in some of these things that helps them return to normalcy?
One of the guys that was here before knows a guy at OG&E that hooked up with a guy that his organization does for handicapped children, people. And that's how I got involved in this little ministry right here, because both of them are great Christian people. They're in both their churches. And I brought both of them to our men's night. And what's funny is that one of them is so amazed the way that our men's group are, and he's really been trying to work on having his own at his church and on the south side. So he finally was able to talk his men's guys into getting one set up.
Right.
So
that's good.
He's pretty excited, but trying to veer it off right there. But yeah, but these guys, it was a God bless for them too, because they both, the guy that actually put it together, he lost his son, and that's what they did.
And you helping raise money for them now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, pouring back in.
Trying
That's
to.
unbelievable, bud. If there was one thing people could pray for you about, what would it be?
Probably for my family. You know, it's not really me, but for them, because they've been through a lot too.
That's absolutely. Caregiving is tough, brother.
And part with me is, even though the way I am better mentally, I'm a whole lot better mentally, there's still things that creep in my head. And I would probably say the best thing would be to, kind of like what we've been going through, the more of the spiritual
warfare,
the head warfare part.
Battle for the mind.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Knowing that just, hey, everything's going to be okay.
Very good. So I got a random question for you. Just dawned on me.
Okay.
Did you drive up here?
Yes, sir.
So what's up? How are you doing that? Is it a regular vehicle? You got some special stuff in it?
The only thing I have in my vehicle is I have a little steering knob on my steering wheel, and just a push button start.
Okay.
And the only thing that's really different from anything else is I have they put a little button down there by my foot that can turn on my blinkers, right blinker, left blinker.
Like the old school dimmer switch.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
you probably don't
pretty
even
much
remember that. You're probably too young.
I've been around. Not as young as you think I am.
So I'm going to wrap it up with this. And again, we don't sit and rehearse this. You had no earthly idea what I was going to ask you when you came in here. Actually, we have a conversation about what's out of bounds and what we can talk about. But this will be a hard one, I think, because we didn't think about it in advance. But you got somebody out there going through something. Maybe not exactly like what you went through, but something really, really hard. What would you tell them?
Don't give up. There's always people there to help you out. Sorry.
You're okay, brother. You get to cry and we may both cry.
Don't ever think that people don't know what you're going through, because there's somebody out there that's probably pretty close or has similar experiences, and just reach out. And laugh. Just be joyful.
Yeah. But I appreciate you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I appreciate your encouragement to me. I appreciate the testimony of your existence, that you didn't quit, that you are more a man of God today than you were before this happened.
Yes, sir.
And
I feel that too.
Yeah, it's obvious you are. And I love you. And thank you for coming and sharing with us today.
I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
All right. Hey, thanks for tuning in to The Road Detour.